My name is Catherine Machuma Simiyu, Mrs. Wekesa. I'm a teacher at Hillcrest International School in Karen. I have been teaching art for the last 21 years, and it's been a joy to teach children. Now, I am an author of CBC books. I have written Beginning Art and Craft Learner's Activity Book by Moran Publishers, Book 1. I have also written Book 2, Beginning Art and Craft Learner's Activity Book by Moran Publishers. And I've done Book 3, Beginning Art and Craft Learner's Activity Book by Moran Publishers. I'll be referring a lot to this book because that is what I use to teach art wherever I go. So well done for joining us. Ready with your materials, a pencil, a paper, an eraser if you want, and colors. Now for your colors, you'll need crayons if you're younger, and you'll need pastels if you're older. These are crayons, okay? Crayons look like this. Pastels look the same, but slightly smaller and more detailed when you're working with. So I'll be working with both as I go on with my teaching. Now I want to move on to the next animal, and my next animal is an elephant. It's my favorite animal. Elephant. What shape is an elephant ear? What do you think? It's a circle, yeah? Although it will not be a complete circle, but it will be a circle ovally shape. The head will make it a circle. The trunk will make it a long oval. Now the legs will take kind of squares or rectangles of some, they're not very clear rectangles or not clear squares, but we're going to use them and join them up into creating the knee, the part up to the knee, the part that goes up to the hip. We'll put them in segments. If you look at your hand, if you're drawing a person, this part you'll have to break and create a shape here. You'll break this part and create a shape here. Break this part and create a shape here. And that is exactly what we're going to do with our elephant. So the first thing I'll do is that I'm going to do it here, okay? And so I'll start with the head. My head will just be a simple oval, but of course I'll extend it when I'm doing the trunk so that I have, okay? So I want to start with that. Then for the ear, I'll just do, it's almost like a question mark. So I can do that. And you're allowed to do as many circles as you can as you come up with a shape. The body is one big oval. One big oval is our body. And then for the legs, because of the nature of the legs and the segments, so you find me breaking them into a rectangle and another rectangle and maybe another rectangle, but bending a bit because now I want to finish the foot. And because the elephant is moving, the parts of the joints of the leg will be folded. Now remember, an elephant has other legs. So I want to bring them up, slightly hiding behind this one. And then, remember, I'm just using simple rectangles, but I don't want to complete it because already this is overlapping. Remember I said when something overlaps another, then it covers it. And so even your shading will show a tone, a dark part of what you're doing. Then I want to do the back part, the back leg of the elephant. There I'll put an oval because it comes almost like an oval. Then I'll bring this up here. Then I'll fold this leg because it's moving. They never stand still easily. They're always moving. Then I'll do an oval down here. So I'm working like a child because children are the beginners of art. Adults just pick up the skills and move with them. And sometimes when you're doing art, it's good to play music. It just helps you to keep yourself concentrating on what you're doing. So you can play some cool background music and avoid playing music with words, because music is a form of communication. It will speak so loudly and you may start dancing. So if you could have some background music, it would really help to just keep us working as we go on. Even at home, you could have some background music playing as you go on. So I'll put my, what are these ones? Huh? Tasks. Well done. I had a whisper somewhere. I'm wondering. I can hear you at home. Huh? I can hear you very clearly at home. So, well done. Then I'll move on to add details. And so I want to add details. And for my details now, I want to just bring the leg properly, bring it out. That is now where the folds break and they become a full leg. So some cool music, some cool instrumentals would do, and I'm happy that there's some music for us in the background. And so now I bring out that. I'm just trying to strengthen my lines, kill all the circles that had begun because they're no longer important, and then you're allowed to break some parts. So you had already drawn this as a big oval, but you can break and change because you're thinking, that leg needs to go slightly to the front. And so you don't have to follow the lines that you had done. Those lines are only meant to guide you so that you are having something to refer to. So there I am. Strengthened what I think is important for me as I go on, and then I want to color it. Now, what's the color of an elephant? If you're traveling to the coast via SGR, the elephants there are brown. The one I saw at the orphanage was gray. So it all depends on what color you saw when you were traveling. And so I can decide I'm going to use gray. And remember, if you have a big pack of colors, mine is big. Mine is really, really big. You see, mine has an assortment of colors. So I'm able to find so much of gray. And if it's green, I have a lot of greens. But if you have the smallest pack, it will work, yes, but you won't have a lot of shades. Like now I have 3 grays. Very dark gray, middle gray, and very light gray. And so I want to color. Remember, I said, if you have anything overlapping another, it creates a shadow. And so this ear overlaps the body. And so we are creating a shadow. So we'll start with a very dark gray, which is almost close to black. I hope you've already started coloring. If you don't have a lot of shades of color, no problem. Just color the whole of it gray. Now there's something in art that we call value, which is dark to light effect. Anytime I'm working, I have to start very dark, and then as I go on, I create a lighter effect. So how do I create my light effect? I just lift my pastel or my crayon and make it lighter as I work, and then now I've created the light effect. And all this, you'll find them, all these ideas, you'll find them in our books, in our beginning art and craft books. You'll find them there, and they'll really guide you. Every page has activities that will help you progress very well. Like for example, page 5 of our book, beginning art and craft book 3, page 5 has how to draw animals step by step. So you see, it will help you if you get a copy of the book by yourself so that you continue working. Then I want to do lighter gray. So I'll just come on and then I'll introduce my light gray, and now the body of the animal continues. Okay. Again, like I said, now it's upon you to complete. I will not do the whole of it now. This leg is overlapping this leg. So what I'll do, I'm lucky that I'm ambidextrous, which means I can use both hands to do anything. I cook with this, I cook with this. I can eat with this, I can eat with this. So I'm lucky that I can color with both. And so my left hand will help me to create the dark tone that shows an overlap on the elephant leg. By the ambidextrous people are very few in the world. Google, you'll find them. And I'm one of them. So I'm lucky. I am so lucky. Yeah? I'm so lucky to be one. I can use both hands in working, when I'm working on any piece of art. So you see, I've done the dark to light effect. I've created it on that leg. And then definitely if I have a dark tone here, then the color that begins here has to be light. I can't have a dark tone following a dark tone. It will just be one fat leg. And I don't want to do that. Okay? So there I go. And then, of course, now my dark part, which is now the other side of the leg, will come. Elephants have very rough skin. Their skin is thick and rough. And I won't forget to create those folds that come on as you see an elephant moving around. I'll create almost like a knee, because it moves and then creates folds as it goes on. So any overlap, I'm just showing you how you can integrate overlaps of two colors to create a dark to light effect as you go on. Of course, the inner part of the ear, I'll do it light. No, the inner part of the ear has to be dark because it's a depression. So I'll do it very dark. Then the outer part of the ear will take the lighter shade as I go on. So I'll do the outer part of the ear with the lighter, but then I'll remember that this ear overlaps onto this head, part of the head. So I'll remember to just start with a dark tone as I go on, okay? So again, I'll let you finish the elephant, because I know now you're in it, you're feeling it already, and you can move on and finish what we have started. People, I hope you've enjoyed the lesson today. I will be coming back for more lessons so that we continue to do art. So well done everybody for attending. I'm so glad that you came. Moran Publishers have really facilitated this, and I am glad that I'm part of them so that I may be able to just teach people how to do art in a simple way. I'm not a complicated artist. I do it with beginners. If you are 50 years and you want to begin, we will just begin here with you, with basic shapes. And so I'm glad that you came. Lovely audience, thank you.